Good morning. It is Saturday, October 30th. Been up for a bit. Continuing to work through Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. I'm not quite halfway. Over a third, though, through it at this point. Which is good progress, especially since where I was last night, so... I don't think that I'm going to get far enough to be able to record the review of it this weekend. Be nice, but I don't think so, but hopefully next weekend. Or maybe during the week, that'd be crazy, but... Anyways, not too long. Mom will be here. My kitchen's a mess. Everything laid out. And amongst things, I mean, obviously I could put stuff back here, but I'm thinking... I was just thinking this starting yesterday. I'm gonna try and move some stuff around. Because obviously this TV's in the way no matter what, because it's just covering everything, but that's not supposed to stay here. That needs to go. But these far right shelves should kind of stay available, whereas the ones further left will not. They will just be completely covered. So my thought is things like, hey, if I take like these old textbooks and there's like Nintendo Power or whatever magazines that I haven't gotten myself to say let's just get rid of yet, and I move them like over and move things that I don't need to access over, then I could probably clear up some space for maybe some of the, maybe put the stand mixer down there, clear up some space here. I don't know, just thinking, just thinking things like that. So I might try and do that. Make space for food there. I did get rid of some of the boxes. That's why there's like some empty space down there on a couple shelves. I got rid of, when we were cleaning everything, I got rid of the boxes. And not because the mouse actually got into them. Just because as I'm cleaning things, I'm pulling them out and I'm like, you know what? I have kept the toaster and the rice maker on the counter for more than a year now. I got rid of the boxes. Anyway, so I need to get food like put back over on shelves. That's something I need to get to. But the thing I was actually talking about is Mom's coming over because we threw away all the drawer liners because they icky. Clean out the drawers. And the new liners have arrived, so she's going to come help me or whatever to cut the new liners to line the drawers. Yeah, so I guess we'll be doing that. That'd be cool. My mom came and got new liners in all the drawers. Found a spot to put the George Foreman other than on the table. And I think after moving stuff around, I ended up with basically a full shelf of free space to help maneuver things around. More pantry space. So Mom left maybe an hour and a half ago. I've been splitting my time between continuing to read Fizban's. I have like 50 pages left. Now, a big chunk in the middle of it is the Dragonomicon, which is a lot of fluffy stuff, fluffy information. So I didn't read it the most thorough, but I read it enough to get what I need to review it and to reference it moving forward. And that's really what I need. I've been splitting time between that and getting stuff put away in the drawers. Now, it's a small thing. Mom actually picked out the liners and ordered them for me. But they're so much, they're like a very light color. It just looks so much cleaner in the drawers. Even than like before, when before the mouse arrived, compared to that, they look cleaner because it's a nice light color. I like it. I'm actually very pleased with that. I feel like it's even an upgrade from what it had been. So, and also the liners in here would slide around and it's a different type of liner that seems stable. So I've been working on getting stuff put away, and I'm still getting stuff put away, and even beyond all the stuff that's out, I have a ton of stuff in there. And I haven't even begun to get food put back away. I'm getting hungry. See, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. I haven't had breakfast yet today. And I'm thinking my kitchen's still too much of a mess to cook anything. So I'm gonna figure something out and go pick up. So I got new China King. Just picked up some Chinese food because it took me like 20 minutes thinking, where do I want to eat? And looking at the map and trying to decide. Eventually I'm like, I'm gonna just go get Chinese food. I'll have something to eat and get back to what I'm working on. And this is a lazy weekend. I'm not thinking I'm getting much accomplished. Although with as far as I'm getting through that book, I might be able to get that filmed tomorrow, which would put me ahead of where I'm expecting. But otherwise I'm like, I'm planning on trying to pull my life back together from the fact that I had a mouse. That's basically, I just left the weekend and decided, you know what, if I don't get a whole lot done, I need to try and put life back together from how disrupted it was. So that's the real goal. And I'm trying to just accept that that's the goal and that I don't have to make progress on all the YouTube stuff every weekend. So, but I might, because I'm reading Fizban, so. Okay, and so I am nearly done with getting my kitchen put back together. I need to take out trash. And I still got the basket that Austin keeps candy in. Mom washed that, so that's still drying. She also was like at the dollar store and saw a bag of hard candy. So she picked that up since the mouse ruined all of Austin's hard candy. Very sweet. But on this side of the room, well, I have things done and in a way that I've never done before. The way that I've thought about doing and just never done. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know how effective this will be. But I have my pantries put back together by date. Before getting into that, I want to point out also, so I put the table together. I have a chair that I can sit in my kitchen for the first time since I lived here. Also, this happens to be the same height. So, I mean, that's just convenient. I have tea there because I'm still waiting on the liner for that basket. And then drinks. So that's just on the table. In the pantry, I have things sorted by date. This shelf has everything that either has expired or is opened. This shelf is things that expire later this year. This shelf is things that expire sometime in 2022. And the bottom shelf and up here are things that expire 2023 or later. The grains and oils and such, I haven't put them into the sorting system, at least not yet. So I used to have things organized by like what they wore. I had all of like the sweets and snacks put together. I had all the pastas put together. I had, etc. Boxes that were neatly in a row so they were easy to see what's on there. And obviously we're at the end of this year. So once we get to next year, things will have to like reorganize a bit for, not having all of current year on one shelf. It'll have to be about like the first half of the year, second half, whatever. But I'll figure that out. Furthermore, everything in Sharpie has the expiration date written on it by my hand so that when I'm looking on it for a date, it's easy to find. Also, everything that expired last year or earlier, just like these 4 things, I'm throwing out. A few things in there as I'm going through. I'm like, oh, these are long expired. Let's not keep those. So I don't know how this organization structure will work, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I've also in organizing the drawers, like these bottom 2 drawers have just like things, long-handled things mostly. Well, now this one that's higher has the ones I use most, and this one has ones that I almost never use. That's probably a good idea. It's like, why don't I put the ones that I use all the time all in one spot, separate from the ones that I don't use? It used to be wooden ones in one drawer, whether I used them or not, and all the other ones in the other drawer. I'm like, maybe that's not the best way? Maybe put the things that I'm likely looking for all together? So, I had to tear apart half the kitchen in order to clean it. But in putting it back together, I tried to make some improvements, we'll say. And hopefully they turn out to be improvements. But only time will tell for that. And I finished it. I'm actually very surprised, impressed that I was able to. I have an attention deficit, usually not able to focus enough to get through a book that quick. Even with a lot of skimming and skipping bits in the Dragonomicon section. But I mean, I sort of distracted, but I had something else that took all day too that kind of just went back and forth as my brain got distracted from one. I went back to the other and kind of just played back and forth between them. So hopefully that means I'll be able to film the review of that tomorrow. That'd be cool. Actually, get that done in a pretty timely manner. Yeah. So yeah. I got Fizban's Treasury of Dragons Red. I got the kitchen tidied up, looking nice enough. Nicer than it does a lot of the time, so. Yeah, a lot of that done. I'm tired. Oh well. I got all that done. Pleased with that. And I mean, really, doing the kitchen, that was the main goal for the weekend. So, success on that. Thank you for joining me as my journey continues.